What's the most backwards policy your unit enforced while ignoring real problems? Our company commander, Captain Holloway, became obsessed with boot shine standards in the middle of a deployment rotation. Not just normal military shine. Mirror finish. You had to see your reflection perfectly or you failed inspection. This was at our base preparing for deployment to the Middle East. We had 6 weeks before shipping out. Equipment needed maintenance, gear needed repairs, training needed completion, but Holloway decided boots were the priority. Every morning, 2-hour boot inspection. He'd walk the formation with a flashlight, examining each soldier's boots from 6 inches away. If he couldn't see his face clearly reflected, you failed. Failed inspection meant extra duty, cleaning, paperwork, whatever garbage detail he could find. Then you had to shine your boots for another 2 hours and get re-inspected. My friend Garrett spent 16 hours 1 week just polishing boots. Time he should have spent at the range qualifying with his weapon. He deployed without hitting expert marksman because he ran out of time. Meanwhile, our actual equipment was falling apart. Private Russell's body armor had cracked ceramic plates. Filed 3 separate requests for replacement, all denied because supply said they didn't have funding. But Holloway found money for boot polish. Ordered 60 tins of Kiwi Black and made it mandatory that everyone buy the premium stuff. $3 per tin, out of our own pockets. Sergeant Wade tried talking to him. Sir, we've got soldiers with broken gear, radios that don't work, night vision that's held together with tape. Maybe we should focus on combat readiness instead of appearance. Holloway lost his mind. A soldier who can't maintain his boots can't maintain his equipment. This teaches discipline and attention to detail. Except it didn't. It just taught us to waste time on cosmetic nonsense while real problems got ignored. The absurdity peaked 3 weeks before deployment. Holloway announced a battalion-wide boot competition. Best shine boots would win a 4-day pass. Everyone else got extra duty. Our platoon went crazy. Guys were staying up until midnight working on their boots, using cotton balls, lighter fluid, ancient techniques passed down from old-timers, treating it like the Olympics. Private Everett figured out you could use clear nail polish to make boots shinier, started a black market operation selling his secret method, made $200 before someone snitched. Competition day arrives. Holloway brings in 3 senior NCOs to judge. They're examining boots like they were inspecting the crown jewels, taking measurements, checking angles, debating reflective quality. Winner was this guy Dalton from 2nd Platoon. His boots looked like black mirrors, absolutely flawless. Got his 4-day pass and a certificate of achievement for superior boot maintenance. 2 days later, we're doing final gear checks before deployment. Sergeant Wade discovers something horrifying. 40% of our radios don't work properly. The batteries are old, some units are damaged, frequencies aren't programmed correctly. This is life or death equipment. In combat, broken radios get people killed. You can't call for help, can't coordinate with other units, can't warn about enemy contact. Wade reports it to Holloway. Sir, we've got a serious communications problem. We need to fix this before we deploy. Holloway's response? We're shipping out in 48 hours. Too late to fix it now. We'll sort it out downrange. Too late, because we spent 6 weeks polishing boots instead of checking equipment that actually mattered. But here's where it gets really backwards. Day before deployment, Holloway holds one final inspection. Not gear, not weapons, not radios, boots. He found 3 soldiers whose shine had degraded. Made them stay up all night repolishing before we flew out. These guys got 4 hours of sleep before a 20-hour flight to a combat zone. We deployed with shiny boots and broken radios. During our first patrol, Russell's radio died completely. Had to rely on hand signals to communicate. Nearly got separated from the unit because we couldn't coordinate movement. Garrett, who'd missed range time because of boot duty, struggled with marksmanship. Took him 3 months of extra practice to get comfortable with his weapon. The radio stayed broken for 6 weeks until supply finally sent replacements. 6 weeks where we operated with degraded communications in hostile territory. All because fixing them wasn't a priority back home. Holloway got promoted after that deployment. His efficiency reports praised his attention to standards and discipline. The broken equipment and training gaps never made it into official records. After we got back, new company commander took over. First thing Captain Sterling did was cancel all cosmetic inspections. I don't care if your boots are brown instead of black. I care if your weapon works and you know how to use it. Changed everything. We went from spending hours on appearance to actually preparing for combat. Equipment got maintained properly, training got prioritized, soldiers stopped wasting time on meaningless tasks. The crazy part? Our unit's readiness scores improved dramatically. Turns out focusing on stuff that matters actually makes you better at your job. Holloway's legacy lived on though. Every time someone complained about stupid regulations, we'd say we're pulling a Holloway. Prioritizing appearance over function. Looking good while falling apart. That deployment taught me something important about military leadership. The worst leaders focus on what's easy to measure instead of what's actually important. It's easier to check boot shine than fix systemic equipment problems. Easier to write someone up for uniform violations than address real training deficiencies. We survived that deployment despite Holloway's backwards priorities, not because of them, but we shouldn't have had to.